Want to stop stressing about what's for dinner and spend more time with the people you love and doing the things that you enjoy? You can end the chaos by creating a monthly meal plan. Stay tuned as I share how I created a monthly meal plan for my family of simple to cook, delicious, and healthy vegan meals, and walk away with your own meal plan and grocery list that you can take with you to the store today. Let's get cozy. Grab your warm beverage of choice, coffee, tea, cider. It is finally fall where I am in Ohio, and I'm enjoying some fall beverages. Today it's just coffee, but you know, I like the other things too. All right, so first, why should you bother to create a monthly meal plan? Sounds like a lot of work. And honestly, it's not. It may be a little bit of work up front, but I promise you, if you put in a few minutes today, you'll be able to simplify and save so much time down the line. And it's gonna be way easier than you think. You might want to create a monthly meal plan if you're a person whose life is really busy, full of work responsibilities, or you're caring for children, or you're just a tired person who has a lot going on, and you don't like to think about what's gonna be the plan for dinner. If you have it already written down, it's just a matter of coming home, pulling out your ingredients, getting started doing the thing that you already know how to do, and it's easy. So you're probably thinking, yeah, I've seen a million of these videos where someone is cooking a month's worth of meals. It seems super hard and exhausting, and who even has that amount of time to cook like 12 meals in a day? And I hear you, I'm not asking you to do that. That can be really overwhelming for some people, but what we're gonna do today is create the plan so that you can cook meals day to day if that's what's easier, but you also will know what you're going to cook for the whole week ahead, so you won't have to scramble and think about each night when you come home, oh, I think I wanna make Taco Tuesday, oh, but I realized I don't have X ingredient that I need, I don't have this, I have to run to the store. If you spend a little bit of time up front, you'll have all that stuff together, and then you'll easily be able to come home and create whatever meal it is that you want on that particular day. Hopefully now I've convinced you that it is worth your time to create a monthly meal plan. So you're probably asking yourself, where should I even start? What do I even do first? And I would say grab out a pen and paper, or you can use your phone, pull out your little notes app. You can just write down what are some of your favorite weekly meals. Ones that if you cook, you know that you or your family, whoever you're living with, you know that you love these things and you will always eat them. For me, I know that one of the things that we love is Pizza Fridays. We make homemade pizza. It is a treat. It feels so fun and exciting, and it is a celebration at the end of the week. Every Friday on my calendar, I'm gonna put Pizza Fridays. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I know it works. I'm just writing that one down. So pizza on Fridays, that's an easy one. For me, I also like to think of what makes sense based on what I have to do on that day. So on a Monday, that's a day where, you know, it's a work day for me, but it's also a day where I have a little bit of flexibility to start something in the morning, maybe leave it in an Instant Pot or crock pot during the day, let it cook all day long. So that's a good day for me to make soup because I have a little bit of time. I can prep something in the morning, throw it in, and it'll be done by the time that I'm ready to have dinner in the evening. So for Mondays, I like to do soups. And because it is fall, there are so many delicious soups that I cannot wait to try. I'm excited. So Monday, soups. Tuesday, I made tacos. This is one that's hard for me because I feel like I love to have a lot of different things topping my taco, and to make 8 different things all on the same night. Like I'm making the rice, I'm making the beans, maybe I'm chopping up some things for a fresh salsa. Maybe I wanna have some roasted potatoes on it. Maybe I wanna have some sauteed fajita veggies on it. You know, that's I mean, there's already 8 dishes dirty by by the time I do all of that. So I'm trying to think of ways that I can simplify and make that a little bit easier. So definitely not gonna abandon the Taco Tuesdays because it's fun, it's delicious, everybody loves it. So I'm gonna write that down. But in my monthly meal plan, I'm gonna think of different ways I can change it up. So it's a little bit different each week, and it's fun, and there's more simple ways to cook it, which we'll get to in a second. Also, I like to do something like a harvest bowl or green bowl, what have you, maybe like a stir fry or a type of a curry. That's something that I love to eat. It feels really like warm and cozy, especially this time of year. And there's just like so many different recipes online, so many different variations, so many fun ways I can make it. But I can do basically the same ingredients, which makes it simple for me to kind of pull together. And I know that there's a couple like convenience items, or there's a couple quick things that I can do. Like I know that I can pull my Trader Joe's vegan tikka masala sauce off my shelf if I don't have any time to cook, but I just need a meal right now today, super fast. I can grab some chickpeas and some veggies, and I can like throw together a quick meal with that, or I can make it from scratch if I have more time. You know, it's one of those things that I know it definitely works in terms of like a simple meal, and it also works in terms of something that's going to be really tasty, really filling, and make me really happy and excited. Thursday, and I'll get to this in a little bit, but Thursday on my weekly meal plan, I actually wrote down clean out the fridge, which you're probably like, what are you talking about? How is that a meal? If you are there are a lot of different types of kind of like home cooks in the world. There's the recipe folks, the recipe followers, who they go online, they get their recipe, they measure out exactly 2 tablespoons of tomato paste to put in their sauce as they're making it. And there's the sort of like cook from the soul people who they just open up the fridge and they see the ingredients and their brain figures out how to put those things together. It doesn't really matter what type of person you are for this. I definitely lean more towards the let's figure out what's in the fridge and make something great kind of an attitude. But no matter what type of home cook you are, it is still a great idea to build a little bit of flexibility into your calendar, because if you make too many meals, you will have a lot of leftover food that will not get eaten. If you make too many meals, and as I do, I typically don't make the exact number of portions of a specific meal for the number of people who are there. Like if I'm making a curry, I'm making enough for like 6 servings, even though there's not 6 people in my family, because I'll eat it the next day for lunch, maybe I'll freeze some for a future meal. So if I cooked 7 different meals for 7 days of the week, I would have cooked way too much food, and a lot of it would end up getting wasted because it would go bad before I could either eat it or otherwise figure out what to do with it. So I have built into my calendar the day before my like trash day or compost day. The day I take my compost out of the house is on Fridays. So on Thursday, I put clean out the fridge. So to me, that means on a Thursday, I'm gonna look in the fridge, I'm gonna see what things need to be eaten before they go bad. So that might mean taking a leftover meal from earlier in the week, and maybe we just have soup a second time, or we have tacos a second time, or I take one of the ingredients from previous meal, like the beans or the potatoes or the rice, and I use that plus something else in my fridge that needs to get eaten to create a new meal. But it's like grabbing something in the fridge that needs to get used up before it goes bad. And then if there is anything, so like that's the meal part of it. I also encourage you to just clean out your fridge on your clean out your fridge day. And like if there are things that are actually going bad, to just throw them out. But you know, you do you. So as I already said, Fridays are our pizza nights. Saturdays, I've also left open because I like, a little bit of flexibility in my life. So for Saturday on my menu, I put dinner out or leftovers. So if you're a person who likes to get a lot of takeout, but you're trying to cut back, trying to do more home cooked meals, build it into your calendar. So rather than having oh my gosh, I forgot to shop, I'm too tired, I'm gonna order a takeout meal, and then maybe you get something kind of lackluster that you don't really like, make it a treat, make it an exciting thing. Your Saturday night plan is that you're gonna go out to dinner or order in a takeout, and that's just part of your plan. You build it into your meal plan, you build it into your budget, and then you're not accidentally ordering out food multiple days a week that you didn't previously plan for. You're just creating that as a part of your meal plan and your budget. If you're not a person who likes to eat a lot of takeout, I'm a person who likes to cook a lot at home. I just enjoy my own food that I cook, and it's cheaper and it's easier. So I will opt for leftovers if I'm not, like if I'm out and about, maybe I'll pick something up, but usually for me that'll be leftovers. So for Saturday, I put dinner out / leftovers. If, obviously do what makes sense for you and your lifestyle. If you're a person who likes takeout, maybe Saturday is your takeout night, or maybe Friday is your takeout night and Saturday is your pizza night. It's up to you. You don't have to choose you don't have to put on your meal plan what I put on mine. I'm just explaining how I came up with mine to make it easier for you to build yours. And then Sunday, I put meal prep day / pasta. So maybe I'll make pasta, but also if I'm meal prepping, if I'm like actually meal prepping and like creating, building, cooking the pieces of the meals for the next week on a Sunday, I probably don't also like have the energy to cook a separate meal for Sunday night. So I just might eat a portion of whatever the meal prep is. If I'm doing a big meal prep, I'll probably eat some of whatever that is for dinner that night. Or if I'm not doing a big meal prep on that day, I might make pasta on that day. Or I might make pasta on a Wednesday or Thursday. And I might make one of the other meals on my meal prep day. It is your meal plan. But having it all written out does actually give you an advantage, which is the next point that I wanted to bring up. So now we have sort of our basic outline of what we think we might want to eat week to week. Here's where you can kind of dress it up, add some fun, fill out your meal plan calendar. This is where you want to like get out your notebooks and write down all your things. So some ideas. So let's say Mondays are our pasta days. So as you're looking at your calendar, try to think of 4 different ways that you can make pasta if you know you like to eat pasta. So you might make pesto pasta one week. You might want to make just like a regular marinara with some veggies in it one week. You might want to do a seasonal pumpkin pasta and put some pumpkin in with your pasta sauce one week. Since it's fall and it's autumn, you might want to do, I really like to do like a mushroom and lentil sort of ragu style pasta sauce, which is a really great one for meal prep because you can make a big batch of it in like your slow cooker or your Instant Pot or pot on the stove, whatever, and then use half of it that day for dinner and use half of it and freeze it, and it freezes and unthaws really well, so it's a good one for meal prep as well. So on my calendar, I'm putting on each of the weeks a different type of a pasta. Another way to not get bored of the things that you have meal planned or meal prepped ahead of time is to just change up the delivery method. So maybe don't buy 4 bags of the penne pasta, the short straight one. Maybe you mix it up. You buy half the swirly kind, the fusilli, and half the straight kind, or the penne pasta, or you mix it up with a long, like a spaghetti, or you mix it up with something else. So buy 2, 3, 4 different types of pasta. Keep it fresh. For your soups, oh my gosh, I am so excited for autumn and for soups. There's so many different ones I want to try. I probably even have more than 4 that I want to try. Butternut squash soup is one of my favorites. Tomato soup is another one of my good fall favorite soups. And let's see, I really want to make this fall Tuscan white bean soup. Actually, any time of year, summer, that's a great soup too. Yeah, there's like a Tuscan white bean with kale that's really good. And What else? Oh, lentil vegetable. My default, if I don't know what to make, is to open up my fridge, grab like 3 to 4 different veggies, some type of a grain, farro, couscous, wild rice, whatever I have. And there's even like, sometimes at Trader Joe's, they have like a mix, like a harvest grains bag. I just use that mix, dump that into my soup with some lentils and whatever vegetables and some broth. Boom. I usually don't even think about it that hard in terms of soups. I don't measure very much. Again, I am in the non-recipe follower category, but I can also link some good recipes for you below. If you would like to get into some good fall soups, I can link some recipes and you can follow the recipes if that's what you like to do. So yeah, so I'm putting a different soup on every week, so that is gonna be fun and fresh every single week. Tacos, so, and we talked about this a little bit in the beginning of the video. So tacos, a couple different ways that you can serve that. So maybe you just do tacos traditional, however you like to eat tacos, and then maybe one week you will mix it up, and instead of doing a taco, you do just a taco salad or a taco bowl. Or maybe even try to do something that you make in like a casserole dish and bake in the oven. If you have a really busy day and you need something that you don't have any time to spend any prep time in the kitchen. So I'm gonna put burritos. I feel like a really good way to refresh your taco things that you used from the night before. This is a really good one for like a clean up the fridge day or reinventing something for leftovers night. So let's say you made like sheet pan tacos earlier in the week, and it's like Thursday or Friday or whatever, and you want to use up the rest of those ingredients that you cooked, make it into burritos. Add like a really fun, delicious sauce. And then make those ingredients already pre-prepped and ready into burritos. That's gonna be a really delicious meal. It's gonna make you happy, make your family happy, and you're gonna keep that food from getting wasted. So write down 4, if you can come up with 4, or just 2 and alternate them, variations of how you would like your tacos or taco salad or burrito or bowl, whatever, in your meal plan. Okay, and what's the last one? Oh, a curry or a stir fry. So again, I really like a curry. I feel like it's very versatile. This is another one that you could probably spice up with some squash or something else for fall, seasonal vegetables, whatever you have. So I might make mine with chickpeas, or I might make mine with lentils. So like a couple different recipes there. I probably put chickpea curry on one week, and then put maybe like stir fry on the next week, and then maybe put like, you know, Thai noodles with vegetables on the following week, and like, you know, Indian lentil dal on the last week. So like I'm gonna mix it up. I'm not gonna put the same things several weeks in a row, but if I needed to really simplify and I was just like, this is too much, I don't want to do all this meal prep, I don't want to chop up all these vegetables, I might just do 2 different meals and then like prep whatever the main part of it is. So maybe the chickpea curry part of it, I would make a double batch when I make it, freeze half of it, serve half that week, and then 2 weeks later unfreeze it and use it for a meal. So I might do like curry stir fry or something like that, so that I can have one that's sort of like pre-done and just has to be heated up and make some rice, and one that's more like active cooking. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I am putting into my meal plan. So the Pizza Fridays, I mean, I don't think you need to reinvent the wheel for that one. Whatever you like to have on your pizza, that's what you should have. Again, you can always like change this to make it like more fit for what you like to eat. These are meals that I like to eat, and these are ideas of things that you like to eat. So if you are someone who's interested in more plant-based eating or incorporating more plant-based meals, I hope that this gives you an idea of how you can have a variety of different things over the course of a month and not get bored of what you're eating, but still be able to get through the month simply and easily and without spending too much money. now that we have all of our meals, it's time to make our grocery list. So one quick note, as we're making our grocery list, the last thing I really wanted to touch on, and the reason why I am so excited to start meal planning in this way, is because I really want to hit hard on the sustainability and the reducing my food waste. So making this plan sustainable, making it something that I love and enjoy and will continue to do, but also reduce some of like the headache and the burden and the food that gets wasted that doesn't get eaten. I'm going to, as I'm making this meal plan, so I'm gonna write down week 1, all the meals that I put on week 1. So an example of that, let's say we got pasta Sunday, soup Monday, taco, curry, pizza. I'm skipping the Thursday, that's the clean out the fridge day. And so let's start with our soup Monday. I'm gonna write down on my grocery list all the things that I think that I will need to buy from the store. So things that I don't already have like stocked in my pantry. So I'm not putting like olive oil, salt, or whatever, like that's just stuff that I typically have. Unless I don't have, then I'll put it on the list. But like anything that I know that's specific to this recipe that I will need to buy. So I need some kind of grain. So maybe I want the harvest grain mix from Trader Joe's. I want some white beans for the soup. I need some vegetable broth. I do have a recipe for making your own vegetable broth from food scraps. So if you want to see that, I will link it below. And some type of vegetables to go in it. So on my piece of paper, and if you're following along, you can do this too, make one column the meal. So like write down the days of the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then write down the meals that you wanted for each of those days. And then make one more column that is ingredients for each of, that's ingredients. So first column is gonna say Sunday, pasta. The first row, day of the week Sunday, meal is pasta. Ingredients are going to be the pasta noodles themselves, the sauce, the beans, and the vegetables. And I can get sort of specific here. I kept mine pretty general because I already know in the back of my head like what vegetables I probably would use in these. But so typically I'm gonna use like bell peppers, onions, mushrooms. And for one of the things that I do to keep my meal planning simple is I'll reuse a lot of the same things. So I might use the basic tricolored bell peppers, onions, and mushrooms in the pasta, the tacos, possibly the soup and the pizza as well. Like just cut up in portion and like use it throughout all the meals for the week. And so that helps save a little bit of money. And then I might throw in like another vegetable somewhere, like maybe on the day that I have the curry. Yeah, so do that for each of the meals that's on your list. Tuesday, all the ingredients for tacos. Wednesday, all the ingredients for your curry. Yeah, we did the pasta, the soup, tacos, curry, and then pizza, all the stuff you need. Your pizza dough, sauce, veggies, whatever, toppings that you like. Now, you're basically halfway there because you've got your chart that's just your monthly chart that's just, your calendar. Maybe you want to put it up in your kitchen so it's easy to see and reference. And then you've got your pages. And I would suggest that you make these pages like one per week. So you've got write week 1 on the top of the first page, write the days of the week, write the meals you're having each of those days, write the ingredients you need for each of those meals, do each one. Do like week 1, week 2, another piece of paper, week 3, week 4 of the month. And then once you have all of that written out and all the ingredients, you can also do this if you don't want to do it on paper. I recommend that you do, but you could also use your phone. And I'm also going to create a Canva version of this that I will see if I can make shareable for you to download, if that makes it easier for you to just have something you can print out and reference rather than having to make it. I would recommend you actually physically print these out, put all the meals in them, like either write it out or type it out, print it, and then you can keep it in like a binder with those binder sleeves so that each week when you go to make your grocery run, you just take the one that says week 1. It's got all the meals on it. It's got all the items you need to buy on it. You go to the store, you buy those items, you don't buy the other random stuff that is flashy on sale and, oh my God, look at this, pumpkin spice, everything. Don't buy that stuff. Buy the stuff on your list because that's the stuff that you're gonna eat. And all the other stuff is food that's gonna get wasted. Or like nonsense snack food and, you know, that you probably don't need, but you could buy if you want to. So you've got that. And then, you know, like week 2, take your week 2 page out of your book, put your week 1 page back so you don't lose it. Grab your week 2 page, go to the store, get your ingredients, come home, do whatever meal prep you need to do. It's gonna be so easy. It's gonna make your life so much more simple. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for both of us because I feel like this is gonna be a game changer. But I will put a link below for a Canva template of the monthly meal plan that you can download, print out, use, share with your friends. And if you need a little bit of inspiration, if you were also just like totally jazzed to make some soups for fall, I'll throw my butternut squash recipe in the description below as well. And there's a really old video on my channel of me making this soup, which is fun, but you know, one of the earliest videos I put on the channel. So with that caveat, please enjoy. And there you have it, a complete guide to creating a monthly meal plan that will save time, reduce stress, and keep your family well fed with delicious plant-based meals. Remember the key. The key to success is planning ahead and staying flexible. Don't be afraid to switch up the meals or try out new recipes as you go along. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more vegan meal planning tips and recipes. Speaking of recipes, if you'd like some meal inspiration, I will link my butternut squash soup recipe below. Thanks for watching and happy meal planning. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.